Hello, my friend. I want you to know that if you are relying on random Instagram posts and still not getting leads, then you're doing it wrong. But luckily you're here and we're going to fix it together. The truth is that social media is not just about posting just to post. And I have been saying this for years, but it's time we get serious about what that actually means. In 2025, it's all about creating conversations and connections with real clients. That sounds great, right? And if you are a referral-based real estate agent like me, then this one social media tactic is going to be the difference between making social media a time waster or a lead generator in your real estate business. So stick here with me, because once you hear what I have to say, you will never waste time posting just to post again. And hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stephanie Lugo. I am a real estate agent and coach. My program is the Market Authority Academy. Inside that program, I help referral-driven real estate agents build simple, sustainable systems that attract the right clients without chasing leads or overcomplicating things, because no one's got time for that. And if you're like me and you want to skip ahead and take action now and get a step-by-step plan to make social media actually work for you, let's talk. Book a free strategy session at the link below with me, and I'll show you exactly how to make social media effortless and profitable in your real estate business. All right, so let's dive in. Now, the reason that social media feels like such a waste of time for so many real estate agents is that they think that just by posting just to post or showing up is going to generate leads, and that's just not the case. If you don't have a plan and you're just showing up without really any intention, it's not going to work for you, but here's what will work. Number one, I want you to start thinking about engagements first, content later. My friend Chelsea Pites actually puts this in a way that I love. She says, engagements is content too. Comments are content too, right? And I think that that really highlights the importance of engagement on social media. But what does that actually mean? I'm going to break it down for you. Most real estate agents put all their energy and focus on posting, but what actually moves the needle is starting conversations first. So let's say you're getting onto Instagram and you're posting on stories. What I want you to try doing this week is start getting really intentional about using polls, adding question boxes, and reaction stickers to those stories. What that does is it is kind of like an invitation for your viewers to engage with you. It makes it so easy for your viewers to interact with the content that you're putting out, specifically on stories. And I tested this for a couple of days. I had almost 10x'd my engagements just with this one simple trick. If you want a real life example, I'll kind of walk through how I might do this in real life. I'm going to take on my stories, if you see, oh, look at the background. I have stories pulled up on my Instagram on my phone. So I just took a really quick picture of me and Zeke. And I might just go on and open up my graphics. And what do you think, Zeke? I'll do a little poll. So I put up the poll sticker, and I'm going to make this so basic just for the example. So whenever I think about growing and streamlining a real estate business, the first thing that I think of is structure. This is exactly what we dive into inside the Market Authority Academy, helping agents like you build a referral-driven business that doesn't rely on outdated soul-sucking strategies like cold calling or chasing leads. Most agents think that growing their business means hustling harder, doing more cold outreach, working longer hours, and saying yes to everything. They believe success comes from grinding day in and day out. But that right there is exactly what's keeping them stuck. More work does not equal more success. More leads doesn't equal more deals, and more clients doesn't equal more control. In my world, real estate is not about chasing business. It's about attracting the right clients and delivering a world-class client experience that keeps your pipeline full. We focus on 3 core systems that top agents use to run a high-touch, high-profit business without chaos. Number 1, marketing and lead generation. So you're always working with ideal clients, not just whoever shows up. Number 2, the $1 million client journey. So every client becomes a raving fan who refers you over and over again. And number 3, time and task management. So your business works for you, not the other way around. It is time for real estate to feel simple, strategic, and scalable. And that is exactly what we'll build inside the Market Authority Academy. Book your free business strategy session today, and let's build a real estate business that you actually love running. So one thing that I always think of is like, I don't mind being on camera, even as an introvert. This is kind of like my safe space. And other agents are like, oh, and as soon as I get in front of a camera, I clam up. Knowing that, I think that's a really good conversation starter. So I put up a little poll that said, I love being on camera, or OMG, no cameras, please. And I'll add a little question here. Filming day, super excited about the videos I'm creating. Are you guys film nerds too, or do you shy away from the camera? So all I've done is just taken a really quick little picture. And of course, I'm doing it being silly as the example. But something like this is a really simple way for people to respond to that poll. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back a little bit later and open up those poll results. And I'm going to make sure that I start a conversation with every single person who interacted. I'm going to be getting back to them. I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I never would have guessed that you shy away from the camera because you're so outgoing if I know the person. Right? I'm just going to like have an actual conversation. And again, use that simple little quick story as a way to provoke tons of engagement and conversations on my Instagram. There's a little free tip for you. But engagement is not just enough, because then that leads us to step 2, right? And step 2 means we have to have a clear off social channel. I get like gross goosebumps when I hear other agents say, I don't need a CRM. I have Instagram. All my leads come off of Instagram, so I just use Instagram as my CRM. I think truly that's horrible advice. I don't know if you noticed, but we just saw recently, a week or two ago, as of this filming, an entire social media platform get shut off. Like they turned the lights off on the entire platform for 12 to 14 hours. But it illustrated how easy it would be to lose access to all of that information, all of your conversations, the client contacts, like poof, gone in an instant. I've always said that that is a risk on these platforms that we do not own or control. And because of that, we have to have like a way to get our clients off the platform into a space we do have a little bit more control of. So let's talk about that. Social media is not where like the deals happen. It's where that connection starts. And so we need a clear way to move them off of the app. And that sequence of action might look like we're starting the DM, and then we are setting the appointment, maybe a phone call, getting their contact information, putting it into our CRM so we don't lose the lead, and then moving them to client onboarding, like actually getting the ball rolling and getting them into the space to where they are actioning towards a purchase or a sell. So the way that I set things up for my Instagram that, you know, you could consider too, is once you're having a conversation in the DMs, send that person a link to something like Calendly. That's just what I happen to use. I use a free account on Calendly, and it is also integrated with my CRM. Calendly is going to give them the opportunity to book a call on my calendar, and it syncs up with my availability. So it's ensured that that call is going to be during a time that I have set that I'll be available for. That client books that call. We have a quick 15-20 minute discovery call situation where I learn about their needs for real estate and whether or not I can help. And at that same time that they book, it automatically sends their contact information and notes to Follow Up Boss, my CRM. So I've now generated the lead. I'm having the conversation with them off of the app. I have all of their notes in my CRM so that I know how to action on them. And I can move to client onboarding, which looks like have the qualification call. Are they a qualified lead? And then setting them next steps. Onboarding them as a client, getting them to close. Oh yeah, that's what we want it to look like. But if you're just kind of like waiting for them to ask, you're losing the opportunity. The moment you see someone who's like asking questions, boom, maybe we should hop on a call. Boom, I see you asking questions about the market. Maybe we should hop on a call so you can pick my brain about the market. Easy stuff. Just get them off the app as soon as you can. Okay, so we've talked about engagement to start conversations. And B, we've talked about getting them off the app once that conversation happens. Notice we're not really talking about content creation here yet. Look at all this stuff you can do before you ever have to think about like creating a reel or putting your face on camera, like heaven forbid, right? Now we do want to talk about the content that you're creating. And I know that there's a lot of ways to create content in a simple way. There are some fantastic resources out there for templated and pre-built content solutions for real estate agents, which I do think come in handy. But step 3 If you want to make sure it's actually attracting the right clients, step 3 is precision messaging. What does that mean? Instead of throwing up a random generic templated post that someone else created, why not take a moment to determine what your ideal clients actually need to hear from you and crafting that messaging in a way that speaks so clearly to them, it draws them into your business like magic. That secret right there is how I have built an incredible platform on Instagram that has helped me close a ton of business, I will just say, off of Instagram in my real estate business. If your ideal client cannot look at one of your posts and say, oh, that is so me, then it is not crystal clear enough. Your ideal clients should be able to look at what you're putting on social media and say, that is crazy. They're like in my head. How do they know how to speak to me like this? That is the level of clarity that you want in your content on social media for it to bring in clients like gangbusters, okay? Now, I actually just recently did a video that kind of gets started on the first step of this. Check that video out. That's going to help you identify step 1 of this very important process. Check that video out if you haven't yet, and then loop back here with any questions that remain. Okay, I've got one more tip for you, but before we do that, let me know how this is landing for you. If this is content that you love and you want more of, be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Those 2 metrics really tell me what kinds of videos I need to be making more of. So obviously I'm not just like here for fun, although it is a lot of fun. I do want to make sure that I'm actually intentional about the content that I'm creating for you. And I need your engagement back with me to help me do that. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you do like it. And if you have a specific challenge or a question that I'm not answering here yet, leave that in the comments so that I can either answer it in the comments for you or make another video down the road if it needs one. Here's the pro tip that I want to leave you with, all right? The agents getting the best results do not just engage and post randomly, okay? They have a repeatable system that makes content effortless. I'm going to say that again. The agents getting the best results don't just engage and post randomly. They have a repeatable system that makes content effortless. So here's your challenge. Here's your homework. I want you to pick one of the strategies that I outlined here today in this video and implement it daily for the next week. Implement it daily for the next week. Choose one, take action on it. If you start seeing a shift, leave a comment on this video and let me know. I'd love to hear which one of those strategies ends up changing the game most for you. And hey, if you are ready to stop spinning your wheels on social media and actually use it as a tool to attract real business, let's make a plan. Inside Market Authority, I show referral-based agents how to turn online interactions into actual closings without feeling salesy, spammy, or glued to your phone. To start, all you got to do is book a free strategy session with me today, and let's map out your next steps together. The link is down below. Do not miss it. As always, my friend, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, keep on crushing it.